everybody. Sorry I'm a little bit late on this morning. I was trying to work out how to do the live on my laptop, but I couldn't, so I had to put it on my phone. So that's why I'm running a little bit late, because I was just having a little technophobe moment. But we'll get started. So we're just going to go straight into our breathing this morning. So I want you to lay down on your back. Take those knees bent, feet on the floor, and just looking up towards the ceiling. Just rest your arms down beside you. You want to have that slight curve underneath your lower spine. So from here, we're going to start to take nice deep breaths in through the nose, out through a pursed lip. Breathing in and out. So as you're taking those nice deep breaths in and out, I want you to think about the position of your hips. So you want to try and keep those hips nice and level. Imagine you have a torch on each hip bone, and they're shining up parallel to one another onto the ceiling. Keeping the upper body nice and relaxed, so the shoulders are away from the ears, and the chest is nice and open. We're keeping the weight evenly placed through our feet. So your big toe, little toe and heel. And just start to gently tighten through the tummy. From here, as you breathe out, we're going to tuck the pelvis under, flattening your lower back into the floor. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to release out to neutral. Tucking under to flatten, holding, releasing back out. So as you're tucking under, we want to find a nice strong flat back position. So you're using the pelvis and the tummy muscles to move, trying to avoid squeezing the bottom. Still taking nice deep breaths. And this next one we're holding, so we're tucking under to hold. So here you're holding that flat back. There should be no space underneath your lower spine. Staying in that flat back position, we're going to start to tighten through the pelvic floor. So as you breathe out, you're tightening all the way in with the pelvic floor. Inhale to release. Exhale to tighten. Inhale to release. So as you're tightening, you should feel as though the sensation of stopping a wee mid-flow. So as you're tightening, your tummy muscles should feel as though they're working harder. And that back should feel slightly flatter into the floor. We're going to halve that contraction. So 50% tightening in the pelvic floor as you exhale. Inhale to release. So we're keeping the upper body relaxed. Remember, shoulders away from the ears. Chest is nice and open. So if you're feeling really tense through the upper body, just turn those palms to the ceiling. And that should just really open you up. Want to pull the tummy all the way down towards the spine. And keep that weight even through the feet. So big toe, little toe and heel. Let's half one last time. So 20 to 25% tightening here. This should feel just like a very gentle lifting, something that you could sustain throughout any exercise if you needed to. It's just working in the background. So your flat back position should feel nice and strong. You're using your tummy muscles and your pelvic floor to help to stay there. You bring both legs into a tabletop position, so knees above the hips, shins parallel to the ceiling. And we're going to go into toe taps. So you're tapping one toe down and lifting it back up, tapping down and lift. Exhale, tap. Inhale, lift. Keeping that strong flat back. Tummy pulled in, use the pelvic floor. Let's take two more on each side, tapping down and lift, tap down and lift. Last one on each side, tap down and lift, tap down and lift. From there, hug those knees in. And we're going to be going on to our hands and knees. So we're going to take our hands underneath the shoulders. The knees are underneath your hips. Tummy's nice and tightened here. As we breathe out, we're going to tuck the pelvis under. So you're curving the back. We're arching the spine all the way up. Holding here, take a deep breath in. As you exhale, the pelvis goes back to your start position. We're working through the spine and we're lifting the head. Tucking under with the pelvis, curving the back. Arching that spine, we drop the head, holding here. Releasing out through the spine. And we're lifting the head. So just keep taking that stretch there while I sort this out. This is why I wanted to do it on my laptop. So just tucking under, taking those nice deep breaths. Working through each section of your back, piece by piece. So if you do have any areas that are feeling stiff or sore, just really slow them down. Take your time, there's no rush. So nice deep breaths. So as you're tucking under, you want to be pulling that tummy all the way in as you're arching that back. As you're releasing out to your start position, think shoulders come away from the ears. Let's take 2 more here. We're tucking under. Curving the back. Dropping that head, we hold. Releasing back out. Lifting the head. This is your last one, tucking under. Arch the back. Dropping the head, we hold. Releasing out. Lifting the head. From here, push yourself back into a shell stretch. Bottom to the feet. Reaching those arms out in front. And then we're going to go on to our sides. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. So on your side, take your legs bent and glued together. Laying down, take the arms out nice and long, palm to palm. We're going to be lifting our top arm up, fingertips are pointing to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, we're twisting away. Holding here, take a nice long stretch. Before you're lifting up and over to come down palm to palm. The top arm lifts, fingertips point to the ceiling. Taking the head with you, twisting away, we hold. Before lifting up and over. To come down palm to palm. So keep those legs nice and glued together and grounded. You want this twist to come through your waist. So you're really opening up in the chest. Taking nice deep breaths. Reach the arm really long. From the fingertips all the way into your armpit. So getting that nice stretch. We want to look at our hand for as long as we can. So we know we've got a really good range of movement through the neck. Let's take 2 more here. We're lifting up, fingertips point to the ceiling. Take the head with you. We're twisting away. Holding here to stretch. Before lifting all the way up and over. Coming down palm to palm. Last one on this side. Lift those fingertips to the ceiling. Take the head with you. We're twisting away. We hold. Before lifting up and over. To come down palm to palm. From here we're swapping sides. You can either roll over to face the other wall or swap the end of your mat that you're laying at. So again, legs are together, knees are bent. Arms are reaching out, palm to palm. Resting that head down. Top arm lifts, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you. We're twisting away, holding here to stretch. Before lifting back up and over. To come down palm to palm. Top arm lifts, fingertips to the ceiling. Taking the head with you. Twisting away, we hold. Before lifting up and over. To come down palm to palm. So remember, those legs are staying glued together. Keep that twist through the waist. Get your chest nice and open. Arm is long, reaching from the fingertips all the way into your armpits. Keep breathing. We're looking at this hand for as long as we can. Making sure you've got a good range of movement on both sides of the neck. We've got 2 more here. Top arm lifts. Take the head with you. Twisting away. We hold. And back up. And over. Down palm to palm. Roll onto your back and take a full body stretch. We're staying on our backs, but if you do want to grab yourself a drink, then you can. So if you're already on your back, then just take your knees bent, feet on the floor. And you want to find a neutral position. So you need to have that slight curve underneath your lower back. Arms are rested down beside you. We're taking a nice deep breath in to nod the head, chin to chest. Exhale to lift your shoulders up from the floor. Reach those arms nice and long. Take a deep breath in to stay. Exhale to control back down. Chin to chest. Lifting those shoulders, we hold. Control back down. So you're using your tummy muscles to lift you. Pulling the belly button all the way down. Your chin to chest position is there to try and keep the neck nice and relaxed. So you're thinking nice big nod of the head, then the tummy tightens to lift you. The arms are reaching nice and long. Keep those shoulders away from the ears. You're using the pelvic floor. Nice deep breaths. We've got 2 more here, then we'll add some more movement in. So chin to chest, lifting those shoulders, we hold. Control back down, last one, chin to chest. Lifting up, we hold. control back down. So from here we add in those pulses. So we're still going chin to chest and lifting up. Then we're going to pulse up, 2, 3, 4, control back down. So you're just going to keep that same movement but adding your pulses. Pulsing up, 2, 3, 4, control back down. So make sure you're still using your tummy muscles. And you're still tightening in your pelvic floor. So just little pulses. Sorry if I seem really far away now. Try and keep those shoulders away from the ears. We're going to do 2 more here. Chin to chest. Lifting up. Pulse. 2, 3, 4. Control back down. Last one here, chin to chest. Lifting up. Pulse. 2, 3, 4. Control back down. From there, hug those knees into your chest. And then from there, we're going to go onto either your knees or onto your front, whichever you find more comfortable. So if you are laying on your front, take your legs out nice and long behind you, lay with your hands mat width apart in line with your ears. If you're kneeling, then get your legs quite close together, knees under the hips, arms are resting down, just taking a slight nod of your head to relax through the neck a little bit more. We want to keep the tummy nice and tightened the whole time. If your legs start to cramp, tuck those toes under. So as you breathe in, you're going to start to lean backwards, tighten the tummy. Exhale, squeeze the bottom to bring yourself forward, still keeping the tummy tightened. So we're leaning back. Squeeze to lift. Leaning back. Squeeze to lift. So you need to keep those shoulders down, tummy really tightened. Just hinging through those knees. Remember, we're not flinging the head back, it stays just slightly tucked in. Let's take 2 more here. Leaning back and lift. Leaning back and lift. From there we're going to add an arm. We did this yesterday if you joined in. So still in the same lean back, but as you lean, you're just taking one arm slightly behind you and twisting your upper body to lift. Keep that tummy tight and swap sides. Lean and lift. Lean and lift. So you can make your lean smaller here. Just keep that tummy really tightened. Let's take 2 more on each side. Lean and twist. Lift back up. Lean and twist. And back up. 1 more each side, lean and twist. Lifting up. Lean and twist. And lift back up. Once you finish there, just push yourself back into a shell stretch. Then we're on our backs for the 100. While you get onto your backs, I'm just going to try and make sure this isn't going to fall out during the 100. Okay, hopefully you can see me there. So for the 100, you want to be on your back, and your position is quite flat. But whilst I'm talking you through, just take those knees slightly bent, feet on the floor. So you're going to be in a nice, strong, flat back position. We want to try and lose that gap underneath the lower spine. What you're then going to do is lift your legs up into tabletop. So your knees will be above your hips, your shins are parallel to the ceiling. So from here, if you find that position too easy, you can bring your legs closer towards the ground, keep the shins parallel, but stay in your flat back. If that doesn't make sense, just keep with the knees above the hips, shins parallel. From there, if your neck and shoulders are sore, leave your head resting down. If not, we nod the head and lift the shoulders. Bring the arms along, the palms just face the floor, and you're beating your arms up and down for 100 repetitions. So your arms will look like this. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. From there, you're going to lengthen one leg. So one leg is going to extend as straight as you can. The other leg stays in tabletop. Hands come behind your head. You're going to reach over to that one leg for 2 sets of 8. Back to the centre. That leg comes into tabletop. The other leg lengthens. Reach over for 2 sets of 8 towards that leg. Then once you've finished, you're resting there and hugging the knees in, or taking a nice full body stretch. So find that strong flat back position. When you're ready, nod the head, lift the shoulders and take those arms nice and long. And we inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pelvic floor, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tummy in, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Staying here, put your hands behind your head and lengthen one leg long and away. You're reaching towards that leg for 8, 7, 6, breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more, 8, 7, 6, tummies in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, we're swapping sides. Bend that leg, straighten the other one. Off we go. 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5. Tummies in. 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, relaxing, hug those knees into your chest. Take a full body stretch. From here, we come up to sitting. We're going to take the same stretch that we did yesterday. Feel really far away. Bring your legs into a cross-leg position. There we go, now you can see me. So cross-leg position here. Doesn't matter which leg is in front, we're going to do both. And hopefully my camera won't fall out anymore. So I'm going to try and join in with cross-legged. It's quite uncomfortable for me, but I'll give it a go. So with your cross-leg position, try and sit up as tall as you possibly can to begin with. So doing our walking forwards with our breathing. So sitting up as tall as you can to begin with. From there, we're going to roll down just through the upper body. So rolling the head down, let the shoulders and the upper back curve. Place your hands onto the floor, start to walk them forwards as far as you can go. So it doesn't matter how far that is, if that feels quite small to you, you're going to hold there and drop your head. So by this point, you shouldn't be looking at me, you should be looking at the floor or your hands. You're really letting that head hang, let it drop. The head is the heaviest part of your body. It's going to help to stretch you forwards. From here, you're just taking really nice deep breaths in and out, breathing in and out. Here we take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, just start to creep those hands further forwards. Same thing, staying here, keep that head dropped, breathing in and out. Now we spoke about this quite a bit yesterday, but I want you to be breathing out if you can, in through the nose and out through the mouth. I then want you to think about breathing out for longer than you breathe in. So whether that's 3 breaths in, 6 breaths out, 4 breaths in, 8 breaths out, 2 breaths in, 4 breaths out, whatever you can manage. Just make sure you're taking nice deep breaths in and out. Okay? Just think of those nice deep breaths in and out. You should still be looking down at the floor. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you're breathing out, again, we're going to creep those hands forward. This is just for one last time. And you're holding there. So just holding, taking those breaths. And then just really slowly walk those hands back in and start to sit yourself back up. Good, so from here I just want you to change the way that your legs are crossed. And we're going to go again. So show a different leg in front, different leg behind. And we're going again from there. So sitting up really tall to begin with. Then we just start to roll down through the spine. Get the shoulders round at the back curve. And start to walk those hands out in front. You're looking down at the mat, so you shouldn't be looking at me. Dropping that head. And remember that breathing. Nice deep breaths in and out. Breathing in and out. So just keep taking those breaths. Let the body sink down if you can. Take that nice deep breath in. Walk those hands forwards. So remember, you're breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathing out for longer than you breathe in. Take that deep breath in. Creep those hands forwards. This time we're just holding. And when you're ready, just walk those hands in, sitting yourself back up. So I've moved my phone, so we shouldn't have any more drops, fingers crossed, but it might mean you're not seeing me quite as well. But we'll carry on and see how we go. So just another stretch here. We're going to take one leg across the other. So this leg, this underneath leg, is in like a cross leg position. Again, I'll see what I can do here. I'm not sure how comfortable this is going to be for me. Bring the other leg across. So this leg is raised. This leg is underneath. This can be as open or as closed as you can manage. This hand here is supporting my weight. I'm sinking into that hand. So I'm on this hip of the underneath leg. My free elbow is going to push this knee forwards as I twist towards my back hand. Just getting a little bit of twist through the waist. Stay in that exact same position. I'm going to grab hold of my lifted knee with the hand I've just twisted towards. The other hand goes away and you're just going to pull the knee in as you twist towards it. Still taking those nice deep breaths. Relaxing now, we're going to swap sides. The leg you've just had lifted is underneath. Bring that other leg across. So to get into that position, lean into your hip, put your hand behind. Just bring that leg across. I can't go very far and that is too painful. So I'm just going to be here in quite an open position. So I'm twisting towards that back arm, pushing into the front leg with the other arm. Nice deep breaths. We're swapping that twist around, so sitting into the other hand, pull the knee towards you as you twist away. From there you can relax. Bring the soles of your feet together so your knees are wide and your hips are open. And usually we do nice little quick bounces. We're going to do slow bounces here. So hold onto the feet. Try and sit quite tall here. You're going to push the legs down and release. Push the legs down and release. So you're just taking your time to push against that resistance. Holding onto those feet, push, rest, push, rest. Two more here, push, rest, push, rest. Just drop down. Good, from here, we're going to come up either to kneeling or standing, whichever you would prefer. I'm going to kneel because I think it will keep me in shot. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. We're going to do arms, so if you need to get your weights or your baked bean tins, then you can. So we're going to do our little routine that we've got. So circling forwards, circling back, pushing up, pushing down, pushing forwards, pushing back. That's what we're going to do to begin with. Remember, those arms are long, they're lifted, straightened, shoulders are relaxed. Okay, arms are out, here we go. Circling forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relaxing down. We're going again. Lift those arms. Circle forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forwards for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax those arms. Good, then we're going to do our reaches. So you've got 2 sets of 8 up, 2 sets of 8 to the side, rest, 2 sets of 8 up, 2 sets of 8 to the side. You can still use those weights if you want to. Doesn't matter if you're not using weights. Lifting those arms up. Reach for 8, 7, 6, 5. Breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest those arms. Got that one more time. That's your arms then done. Lifting up. Reach for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 8 more. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To the side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last set. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax those arms. Oh, well done. Bring one arm across, hugging the arm in. Just shake that wrist out a little bit. Same arm comes up and over the head. Swapping arms, bringing it over, hug the arm in, shake that wrist. Same arm comes up and over. And relaxing down. Okay, let's come on to our hands and knees. Grab a drink if you need one. Okay, so coming on to the hands and knees, I'm just going to use the legs to support us here. So I don't mind if your feet are tucked under or if they're resting down, whichever works best for you. So a little bit more on the arms, I'm afraid. You can use your weights here if you want to, you haven't got to. We want to think more about the length. So from here, you're going to reach one arm long and lift. Back in, reach long and lift. Down and in, breathe. Lift, down. So today's quite arm orientated. Lift, down. and in. Deep breaths. If your arms are really killing you, this is horrible, you can be on your forearms. You'll just feel a lot more restricted on where you can move. Or something raised, like a step or an arc barrel if you've got one. You've just got 2 more of these on each side for each long lift, down, in, long, lift, down, in. 1 more each side for each long lift, down and in, reach long and lift, down and in. From here, you're coming straight onto your forearms. Tuck those toes under if they're not there already. Hopefully you can still see me. So keep those arms nice and parallel. Don't let the hands come together or splay out. As you breathe out, I want you to press into your arms and your feet. Your knees are lifting just an inch or so from the floor. Inhale down. Exhale to lift. Inhale down. And down. And down. So you want to keep those eyes on your mat. Just make sure you're not dropping the head. You're not pushing the head too far up. Pulling that tummy in, nice and tightened. We've got 4 more here. Lifting up and down. Lifting up and down. Last 2, lift up and down. Lifting up and down. Push yourself back into a shell stretch. And if you need to, roll out those wrists. And we're going to go into our planks. So, we're doing the same planks that we did yesterday. So if you didn't join in yesterday, that's fine. But if you've been joining in throughout, then you probably would have done these ones before. So we're going to be doing hand lifts in our standard plank. So I'm going to do that on my knees to demonstrate for you. You can do this on long arms or your forearms. So that is completely up to you. Take those hands a little bit further in front of you. From here, you're going to step one leg back behind you, tuck those toes under. The weight is going to go into that foot. The other leg comes out to join it, and you're going to tuck under to find that nice long line through your body. Once you've found that long line, you're going to lift one hand off, put it down, the other hand off, put it down, put your knees back down. So we're tucking under. As you step back, you're going to lift, down, put those knees back down. So what I want you to make sure that you're doing is you're stepping back, get your leg nice and straight. As you come into your plank position, you need to be squeezing your bottom and pulling your tummy in. Make sure that as you're lifting those arms away, it's not a lift, hit, lift, hit. It's nice and controlled. Lift, down, lift, down. You want to be in that long line through your body. Nice deep breaths. So take these in your own time. There's no rush. Stepping back, finding that plank. Lift, down, pop those knees down. Again, you want the head to be in line. So as you come into your plank, you're not looking down to the floor, you're not looking up straight ahead of you. Look just out past the mat, past those hands, so you know your spine is in line with the rest of your body. It's controlled. Don't rush it. Take your time to lift up and place back down. Nice deep breaths. Step back, tucking under. Lift the hand, down, pop those knees down. Let's do 2 more here. Stepping back, tucking under to lengthen. Lift the hand, Lift the hand and relax. Last one here, stepping back, tucking under. Lift, lift, controlling down. Take a shell stretch back, roll through those wrists. Good, we've got enough time for a nice stretch out, which is good. So again, we'll do the same stretch we did yesterday. So we want to bring one leg up and in front of us, and you want your foot to be further in front of the knee. The other knee is directly underneath your hip. If you're really uncomfortable being on your knees, try and get something padded underneath there, or drop me a message, I'll give you an alternative stretch to do. You can hold onto a chair or something if you need to, and what you're going to do is push yourself forwards into this front hip. Try and keep nice and upright through the upper body. Nice deep breaths. So by doing this, you should have the heel directly underneath that knee. Pushing back. We want to get this front leg straight. If you can't sit back onto this back leg, untuck it and then pop it so that your foot, sole of your foot is touching that front leg, like we've done before when we've done our reaches forwards. And if you can, just add that lean in, so you're wanting to stretch down the back of the calf. Relaxing there, we're going to swap sides. So you're bringing the other leg up in front. Remember that foot is further forwards. This knee should be underneath your hip. Pushing into this hip to come forward. So what should happen is this hip is really lengthening and stretching here. A little bit of a selfish stretch for me because this is really painful for me, so I need to stretch it out. This knee should come over that heel. Holding here, stay lifted through the upper body. Relaxing there, and then we're pushing back. Remember, if you need to, bring that leg forwards to touch the front thigh. Stretching underneath. And relaxing there. Bring yourself to standing or to kneeling. I'll kneel so that I'm in shot. And we'll just take a nice roll through the shoulders. And forwards. Bring those arms out nice and long. We lift up, stretch over. Come back to the center. We lift up, stretch over. Back to the center one more time on each side. Lift up and over. Back to the center. Lifting up and over. Back to the center, relaxing. That's the end of today's session. Thank you for joining me for today's session. I'm really sorry about the camera issues that I had. I'll order myself a new tripod because mine has actually broken, which is why it keeps falling out all the time. And again, those of you who missed the beginning, I was on late because I was trying to get sorted out on my laptop and I couldn't work out how to do it. But yeah, these things are sent to try us. Hopefully it'll be fine tomorrow. and I can have this same setup as I've had just here. And I hope you all have a really lovely day. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye.